Steph, it's Nick Riedel. I just wanted to clarify. You talked so much about the Olympics. There's so much uncertainty about what may happen this year. Is the plan for you still to play if the Olympics take place?
Honestly, I have no idea. Very open-ended question. I have no idea. That's my best answer.
Hey, Steph, Ward, Henniger from CBS Sports. You've kind of touched on it a little bit, but I'm just wondering, after only playing 5 games in a calendar year, how are you feeling physically? And also, are there any kind of precautions or steps you're taking in terms of your ramp up heading into a shortened season where, every game is going to matter? You're going to need to play big minutes, but you're coming off this big layoff.
No, I'm confident where my body is and how I've approached these last 8 months. I put a lot of work in and been thoughtful around how to pace myself over the course of that time. Never had to go through this amount of time not playing games. And usually in your off season, you have a down period right after the playoffs are over, and then you have a slow build for 3 months until training camp. This one, you kind of had a little, more rhythm to it in terms of build up and rest and doing that over and over and over again. So thought I benefited from being thoughtful and trying to be proactive in that sense. The only unanswered question is, for all of us, the entire league, the 8 teams that weren't in the bubble and even the teams that were, is, our bodies are so used to a certain calendar schedule of when we, get started and when we build throughout the season and when we peak during the playoffs. And it's different now starting in December. So everybody's going to have to answer that question, how their bodies react, and to your point around the schedule and how close the games are. Got to do whatever you can to get your recovery in and find ways to be, fresh and sharp for every game. But it's going to take a lot mentally and physically, considering everything that we have to go through from the protocol perspective and travel and all that, and just trying to stay safe first and foremost, but also play.
That's on seeing Kevin right away and some of those early games that we're seeing, at least in the media here.
It's exciting, man. Throw us right into, the familiarity with obviously with K, but also just teams that are expected to be at the top of each, conference or of the Eastern Conference, and then kind of get a good gauge of where we are, right out the gate. So we got to play every team at some point. I know the excitement around the NBA being back and, the Christmas Day slate and all that. So it's going to be dope. I got to figure out what we're going to do in Milwaukee for Christmas. But other than that, it's going to be pretty awesome just to be playing basketball again. So I'm excited, man. It's going to be here before you know it.
All right, let's do one last question. He's got to get out of here.
Steph, it's Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area. How you doing, man?
What's up, Monty?
You and Draymond came into the NBA as underdogs. 7-8 years ago, you guys were still underdogs. Then you hit the point where you guys were the favorites, super villains or whatever. Now, listen to the noise and what's going on outside. It seems like you're back in an underdog role. I'm just wondering how it hit you to hear that the Warriors might not have what they used to have.
I hear it. It doesn't sink home at all. So, it is what it is. I didn't get big-headed when they picked us first in the league. Won't get overwhelmed that wherever they have us, coming into this season. I would hope that maybe some of the young guys and our new guys who have a lot to prove in this league take it as a slight and chip on their shoulder, and we all kind of rally around that. But at the end of the day, like you said, we've had a lot of experiences on that chase to get to the top, trying to stay at the top, and now being on the other side of trying to get back there. So I love every experience in this league, and I love the opportunity. And like I said earlier, the challenges of what it's going to take to be successful. And we'll give it everything we got. And there's no other option other than that. So I'm excited, man. It's just, again, to play basketball, be blessed to have the jobs that we have, knowing that there's a huge pandemic that is still going on. I guess my mindset of never taking ourselves too seriously, it will pay off, hopefully, in terms of just grind and be in the moment and understand, we have a great opportunity in front of us.
Great. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Great. Thank you, everybody. We will have Kavan up here shortly, probably sometime between 1 and 1:30. So you already have the link for that. Thank you.